Right, so recently I decided to buy the Creative T20s, mainly to try and get rid of some of the desk space I was using. So what I wanted to really do was get rid of my subwoofer over there and just have these two either side of my screen. But I've had to kind of cancel that now. I will explain why and all that. But first I'll show a little bit about these T20s. So, this is the Series 2 edition, which is a little bit of an upgrade. It's like the latest version out so far. As you can see, they have their base, and they have the tweeter and the main speaker and that. You can't see it so well here because I've had to do this review in the night time, and I don't have the light on this camera to actually show you properly. Unfortunately, this is just a normal mobile camera. And as you can see there, you have your controls and all that. And your inputs. And on the back, you just have your standard power, other speaker, PC port. And for each speaker, you have one of these fabric coverings as well. And it all comes packaged a lot like that. So that's the other speaker there. In here is all the accessories in the box and everything else like that. And that's about the size of the box there. So that's what it all looks like. Now, as for the speakers themselves, the size of them, my screen is about a 21 inch. So if I come out a little bit, there you go. So my screen, 21.5 inch, if I remember right. So there you go. You can see my Logitech Z4s on the side there. They're about the same height as that. So they'd actually fit really well on my desk, they would. And the depth of them, in comparison, is about that. So as you can see, they reach quite far back, but not too far. They're really nice small speakers. Except for one thing, and it's in all Creative products. They have uncontrollable bass. You can't turn the bass down, and the bass is so heavy that it consumes the song. This is the reason why I've had to abandon using these speakers. I'm not actually going to turn them on for you tonight and let you listen to it, because one, the speaker on this mobile phone won't be able to hear it, so it'll be absolutely useless anyway, and two, it'll probably wake people up, so I can't actually use it. But be rest assured that even on the most minimal of bass, not only does it kind of consume the song, and you can only hear the bass at times on some songs, but it still thumps through the floor as well. So if you've got other people living in the house, you can't use these speakers at all. I've tried everything to turn the bass down, and I mean, if I show you a little bit, you can see right there on the most left hand knob, I've turned it right down. It's on minus figures, the actual bass. But even with that, it's really, really bassy. I mean, you hear even one little bit of drum or bass guitar, and literally the actual vocals of the song, the mids and that, will all be blanketed out for the actual bass. It's crazy heavy bass, these speakers. And it's in all Creative products. They seem to want to just pump as much bass into their products as possible. So yes, I've had to actually take this. Well, I'm having to actually send this one back because I can't use it. It's stupid. It's a really nice speaker otherwise. It's really well built. Good quality. I did find a few manufacturing defects on it, especially with, here you go. You see that? Can you see it? I think you just can. If you look there, that one's quite thin, that pin. But that pin is actually, there you can see it. Yeah, you can see a bit better there. That pin's quite fat. And it's because the rubber bit on it, see? The rubber bit that actually goes into the speaker has come off on it. So even though these are quite good quality speakers and that, these rubber bits here, and this one here as well, This one actually was all crimpled in, and I had to actually get it out and straighten it out and put it back in. So even though these are quite good quality speakers, there's no manufacturing defects from what I can see in the actual speakers themselves. It's only just these rubber bits that need to be kept in. Even though it's good build quality, it's still got a few little defects with it. So in terms of quality, I'd say about an 8 out of 10 here. Those rubber stoppers do dim it a little bit, but apart from that, it is perfect quality. But yeah, as I said, the bass on these are just uncontrollable. If you want to be able to listen to a song without waking everyone up in the house, then these are not the speakers for you. Don't get them. Go for something else. I don't know. I'm going to have to go and search for them. You probably will see more reviews from me in time on other speakers. Oh, I've just noticed one more thing. So I'm putting my fingers over here. I've noticed that the headphone jack is slightly raised and sharped as well. It's actually brushing on my thumb a little, whereas the auxiliary is perfectly level. So yeah, I mean the build quality is about 8 out of 10. It's not absolutely perfect. Quite a bit more could have been done on it. But yeah, I mean, as I said, if you want to have a speaker set that doesn't wake everyone up, you can't get these, and don't use them. All the videos you see and the sound of them is all deceptive, because none of the speakers out there that I've seen can pick up the bass. All they pick it up as is a bit of static and vibration, which doesn't do it justice. The bass in here is really, really heavy and all-consuming. So be aware of that when you buy any creative speakers. This will be the case. And I thought the T20s might be a bit immune to that, because they are 2.0 speakers. They haven't got a subwoofer. They haven't got all the bits on top. But their bass is it's exactly the same as my 2.1 speaker system. If I was to turn the bass up on that, I'd get exactly the same results as I do on the most lowest of level on this one. So yes, these speakers, great and everything, but the bass just ruins it for anyone who lives with someone or wants to be able to listen to music without being drowned in bass.